Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? I hope you can. Can you hear me? I know that there's a delay. And so usually I'm talking to myself until someone says, yes, I can. I can hear you. And if nobody says it, then I know you can't. Or sometimes there's someone that's, hello, how are you? That's sassy Samantha. Hi, sassy Samantha. What are you working on this evening? I saw that you were a new subscriber. Thank you very much for coming out. There's my sister. Hi, Rebecca. Crafting and Crime Daily. Oh, hi, Chantel. How are you this evening? What's everyone working on? Yes, I am bound and determined to finish this project. Yes, it is very difficult. We have talked about this for at least the last 5 weeks. So my collab ended the end of July, and I, like almost 2 weeks before it ended, had to gobble up. I was almost done. I had to do some gobbling, and I was upset. But at the end of the day, I want the project done. I think Cindy, Cindy, can't wait to see you. The countdown is beginning. Hi, Jerry. How you doing this evening? So I feel like this painting is absolutely gorgeous. It's not something that I would never display or never show. So finishing it does matter to me. There have been paintings where, you get halfway through and, oh, I got it from Wish. I'll just chuck it. But this one right here is, it's one of those labor of loves. Hi, Crash. Hi, sweetheart. Care Bear. How are you? How are you doing? How's your summer going? Well, I'm pretty sure summer has ended for many, but you're in Texas. So I'm pretty sure you still have some pretty decent weather uh, hanging around. It, I don't know, it's still hot here, but we've been impacted by a whole lot of rain. I don't know why. And yeah, the saga continues. It rained and thundered and lightninged. There's an E. Well into the early wee hours of the morning last night. So I lost a lot of sleep, because I live in the desert for people who don't know. I live in the desert. And so what happens living here in the desert is that I'm not used to things like rain, thunder, lightning, and it's definitely been doing its fair share of that the last probably 8 weeks, and it does impact my mood. It does impact me a lot. Like I find myself not wanting to do much, I just want to lay around in the weather and things. I promise I won't tell on you for opening your blessing box stuff when you aren't supposed to. I can't wait. It's hard to wait, Cindy. It's hard. All that stuff, and I just want to see it all. I want to see everybody else's stuff too. It's not just mine. I think I stole something from Crashly last year, and the owner made me give it back. Her scarf, she had a handmade scarf. It was gorgeous. It was like beautiful Angora, and I just wanted it. So I'm wearing it. I was so cold. It felt so good. It was soft, and I would rub my cheek up against it. Oh, it was perfect. And she said, I made that for Crashly. I was like, what are you saying? I got to give it back. I am enjoying everybody's creativity. You should share this. It's not just for Crashly. You should share it with whoever wants to love on it. Yeah, but I'm even donating to the swag bags this year. Ooh, that's gonna be awesome. But how are you? And there's Cat's Gallery. How's everyone doing? Oh, yeah. So moving over from there, we were talking about the retreat. It's coming up, and I got to tell you, I've been to every one of the retreats. I don't see me stopping anytime soon, but the peace that you feel when you're there, the excitement that it gives you in building up. We hit those pockets of, I guess that the best way to say it is, mental health, breakdown, where we are just overrun. We are I never thought that I would say this, but I remember talking to Blonde Noir a couple of years ago, and the term came up back then. A lot of people were moving over from you doing the AliExpress diamond paintings into doing, and they were looking into other crafts. Mostly everybody moved over to floss at that point, but the term was burnt out. I'm just getting burnt out on diamond painting. I'm getting burnt out and things. And I'm like, what? No, not me. Never, never, And I don't feel that I'm burnt out on diamond painting. But what I will say is have yourself a separate zenful area. I think it was Crystal and it was Deanne Hilgenbrink who I first saw sitting on their couch with their feet up and they were cross stitching. And it was around the same time last year. I know you guys know me and Billy had our cross stitch collab. It was a lot of fun. And the reason it was so fun was because it was a different way to craft. It definitely was a different way to craft. One thing that I learned that I got to do was I got to put my feet up. I had to put my feet up. I got to kick back. I could, really enjoy watching TV and laughing, with my mom and things. So it was just a different way to craft, and it is really ideal, especially for me. It's really ideal in the cooler months. I learned I learned that this year because I have a collab that's going on, and anybody who is still participating, I will be giving away gifts. Yes, I am going all the way back, and I'm giving, believe it's 5 months worth of gifts. I gave away the first one already, and what I'll be doing is going back. There's no way I'm going to get caught up. Um, but what happens is, life happens. And I noticed that people are still posting, people are still loving, Carolyn Manning. They're still dedicated to the collab itself. And even though I fell off big time. I had just too much going on. I think I took on too much. And because of that, it just took me to a different headspace. And when I had my own issues happening, it just prevented me from, seeing the passion, seeing the joy, and, being excited about getting back in there. And I've talked about it on my show the last few weeks, so you guys are already pretty aware. But with that said, the fun is coming back. Why? Not because I was burned out, but because maybe I was able to just craft in a different way. Put my feet up, relax. I've been watching some different things on TV and I'm really enjoying it. So I don't know if you guys have Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. It's not going anywhere anytime soon in our household because we are big Marvel fanatics. But they have this new series and my mom, she just, it's hard to determine what she's gonna like and stuff. She definitely is not a fan of animated flicks, but I will tell you, we've been watching this together. She and I love the new show She-Hulk. Hulk. She's the female version of the Incredible Hulk. It's really good. It's really good. Anyway, uh, she likes it. I like it. The only thing I don't like, how many people are still watching TV weekly? You know, or are you into instant gratification? You need the whole series all at once. I For me, I gotta have the whole series. I hate waiting until the next week. Ooh, and Marissa is playing Hocus Pocus too. Uh, at the retreat movie night. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. I wonder if I should bring something and dress up for the occasion. I used to do that a lot. Like I would go to the movies and I would try and wear like their theme or dress up and stuff. Things to make it fun. Berta has got those Seahawk colors going on. Yeah, she loves the Seahawk. Curry, you like it? Oh, I love She-Hulk, but I hate waiting every week for it to come on. I really do. So we watched the first two episodes because we heard there was like they released three and then it was going to be one at a time. So at least we got two more episodes when we sat down the second time. Um, we are all caught up, but I just hate it. It is such a cute series. It's really good. I like it. Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, it's going to be a good idea, guys. So, think about that. Everybody that's going, maybe we should get some ideas together. Kerwin, would you dress up to watch Hocus Pocus 2? I know you're going. You got to ask Crashly, and we could have a nice little movie theme. We dress up and yeah, really get into the fun because I think I'm gonna enjoy that. I can't wait. Y'all gonna have me watching a movie. Oh, I know that there is. It definitely does the comic justice. Exactly, it does the comic justice. I just, I, th- I think it's funny her trying to date and the difference between when she, when she's herself and when she's hawked up. So it feels like it's the reverse for the women. I'm pretty sure, Bruce, he could have, he could pull a woman. That wasn't, I mean, he had, what's her name? Natasha looking at him. So clearly, he doesn't have an issue with pulling women, but she has a problem. Will you dress for the movie too, Cindy? That's a good idea. Yeah, since there's no diva dance this year, dressing up would be cute. Yeah, well, we can still, go outside and do our little diva dance. We can shake, shake, shake. But we do have to remember, um, Brandy did hurt her ankle. We got to think about I sound like an adjuster now. We got to think about the liability aspect of things, the insurance and things. What if something worse had happened to that ankle? I'll see if I still have my costume. There you go. Make it you don't have to go as one of the characters. You can create your own character. Wouldn't that be awesome? If you guys had to create a character, what would you create? Like would it be something scary? Would it be, I'd be like a super house mom, you know, powerful, all knowing, something similar to what I am right now. I swoop in, save the day, hand them a plunger, and then swoop off or something like that. Uh, you know what I want to do? I want the ability to fly into everyone's home, especially where these women are struggling, and impart wisdom to their husbands and stuff. And when they don't get it, beat them with my plunger. Soon as that would be funny. The end that socks that you put down in the actual toilet, like put it on their face. You didn't get it. You missed the lesson. And then kind of sock it to them. She did still have fun with that ankle. Uh, so that's what definitely what I would do. I'd show up. I'd be like, hey, Mr. Stevens, what's going on? You don't see the lid up on the trash can? You didn't understand what it meant because things are falling out and they're on. It needs to take the trash out. Then you get a plunger in the face. Okay, my work here is done. And then Cindy would be like, oh, my hero. or my shiro. What do you guys think? You need the lawn cut and everybody can look outside and see the lawn. It's up high as the window. Soon as he gets out his car, you meet him at the door. Where you think you going? Oh, I got a job for you. What are you talking about? You don't see that? And you're pointing at the grass and it's high. Huh? And you went, oh, we playing huh now? Okay. And you get him in the face with the plunger. Oh, I bet you see it now. You want to pull the other eyeball out? What do you guys think? Would that work? Honey? There's this weird T is yelling, put the toilet seat down next time. Puts the plunger in his. Oh, I had that conversation. I remember my first apartment. I had moved out of the dorms. I was like, I ain't never going back to the dorms. Never, never, never. My father comes down. My mom, she actually co-signed for my first apartment. Sight unseen. She was trying to teach me a lesson, I guess, but she didn't go with me. She was like, I'll co-sign, but I want you to kind of learn how to do things on your own. So then my dad comes down, and his whole premise was he wants to see how well I did. Why? You didn't help. Anyway, he shows up. Keep in mind, I know you guys have heard me say this before. We had a housekeeper. So, that I'm trying to justify his horrible behavior, but I think he truly felt like, it's been a while since someone's had to, kind of get on me. So he comes down to visit, and I am now the parent. He is doing the most ridiculous stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Pop, put the seat up. Put the seat up. What are you doing? I mean, put the seat down. He would pull the seat up, leave it up. The lights out in the bathroom. I don't live with a man. I have my own place. I'm so proud of it. It's decorated the way that I like. I go in the bathroom, boom. And he literally I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm hollering. He's like, did you actually fall in? I'm like, what difference does that make? I actually did, but that's not the point. The point is you are in someone else's home and you are not respecting the rules. And I literally had to tell him, put the damn toilet seat down or I'm gonna put a plunger in your face. That's where it came from. But yeah. And my dad was like, you would do that? Yes, I would. No, you wouldn't. Okay. Okay. Leave the toilet seat up and see what happens. My hubby is gone 5 to 8 days at a time, so he just pays someone to do that stuff. See, he's smart. You probably would never need me. But if you did, I'm here with my plunger. I'm going to save the day. Is there something that your spouse or significant other does that just irritates you so much? And obviously, this is a safe space here. You're typing. Get them thumbs going and let's see what everybody says. For me, my first husband used to do this and it irritated me. So we met, let's see. Butter says the middle of the night twice, butt straight down in the water. I was so angry. And then he's like, did I? Exactly. That's how my dad was. Like, did you really fall in? Do you really go in? Yeah, we really go in. Oh, yeah, Tia. I'll set you loose on my 45-year-old son. We still got some training to do, I see. Here I go, coming in to save the day. So my first husband, we met in college. We're young. I was raised by a man, so I'm probably a little stronger in how I think. I can get that. No issues though. We are, young. We have our own household. He did end up moving in with me into my first apartment. I invited him to come and stay, and he never left. Long story short, I had a Jeep. He could use some plunger therapy. So, long story short, we're growing. We're learning everything together as we grow up. And I'm not going to say how old I am because, I tell y'all every year I'm 29. I'm 29, I'm still 29. Anyway, we have a Jeep. And my Jeep, we used to go off-roading, four-wheeling and everything. And so it's parked outside, it's a soft top. So he's taking the trash out one night. Yes, he had to be told to take the trash out. So I'm already a little irritated. He comes running in. He still has the trash in his hand, by the way. Not that this is important, but he says, Boo, Boo, there's somebody outside. I can't make this up. There's somebody, he's French, by the way, so I'm trying to imitate his accent. There's somebody outside in the Jeep, and they are trying to steal stuff. They're trying to steal stuff. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, you gonna go? Am I gonna go? Him, the man, came running back in with the trash. If I was, what would you guys have done? Because I'm pretty sure y'all know if I was the one that was taking the trash out and caught glimpse of somebody who had cut the side of my soft top Jeep and they were inside the Jeep ransacking and trying to steal things, you best believe that trash I was holding in my hand would have been going upside this man's head. Instead, he sees them. He leaves them out there to keep stealing from us and comes back in to get Supergirl. And I'm looking at him. So I go out, right? I'm pissed though, because I was already mad. I had to tell him to take the doggone trash out. So I go outside, but I'm pissed. I'm like a 2-year-old who doesn't realize sound travels. I'm like, I know you didn't come in here to get me. You gonna get me. What I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to go out there. I'm about to beat his ass. So I'm talking mess. And he hears me. And he gets up and he runs off with our stuff in his hands and whatever he could get in his pockets and stuff. And I'm thinking, what in the hell? What in the sand's hell? Oh, I'm still getting upset thinking about it, guys. Like, what do you do with that? Needless to say, these are some of the reasons why we are no longer married. But I'm just thinking back, what do you do when that happens? Like, obviously, I didn't feel protected. I got to go outside and protect. He got the trash in his hand, and he come back in to tell Boo, that was my nickname, Boo, there's somebody outside in our car stealing from us. Thought I'd come and let you know. I'm sitting here like, oh. So I don't condone this, by the way. Keep in mind, I was real emotional. It was one of those emotional times. I snatched the trash bag out of his hand and beat the hell out of him with it. But I'm just saying, I felt a little release. There we go. We're talking about plunger therapy. That was it. Care Bear says mine is pretty darn good, but he leaves clothes dropped on the floor right by the clothes hamper. Rinsing dishes before they go into the dishwasher is also an apparent disability. My father, he was horrible. He was horrible. That was something that my dad was just such a pet peeve about. You guys would have done well. I'd be like, Dad, can I use the dishwasher? He says no. So we have to wash dishes. We have to wash dishes, Or he'll say, rinse them off real good before you put them in the dishwasher. Okay. Why don't we just wash the dishes then? We got to do all that. So that was my dad's pet peeve. Rinse them off real good. But when it was his turn, I don't remember my dad washing the dishes, rinsing them off real good or anything. When it was his turn to do dishes, I think he just dropped them in the dishwasher. Hey, Tia, is that the pen you made us all last year at the retreat? Still love mine. This is the pen that I made last year. This was the retreat pen for the Lone Star Retreat. Yes, it was. And this one that I'm using right here, this is just Purple Haze. Purple Haze was one of my best sellers when it first came out. I think it still is. You know, you guys really enjoy purple. Uh, so that is, yeah. I'm coming into my clay season because it is starting to cool down. And when I touch clay, it doesn't like melt through my fingers and things like that. I did buy a little fridge that I keep under my craft desk right here, so that I can kind of soften clay back up. But it is very difficult to work with clay here in the desert in the hotter months. So I do know that clay will probably be a craft that I do maybe 6 months out of the year as opposed to 12 like I had been trying. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, the struggle is real. Obviously, not a good trainer. Uh, no, you know, we do good. Have you guys ever, who does the predominance of the cooking in your household? And for me, my first relationship, uh, he was a decent cook. I'm not going to say he wasn't a good cook. He was a decent cook. But, you know, we definitely have to get past some cultural differences and things like that. I like the food to be well prepared. Are you taking my class, Tia? Yes, I'm going to take your class. I'm going to take as many classes as possible. I took 2 classes at the last retreat. And then I felt like, oh, why didn't you take the other one? You know, I was wishing I had took some of the others. I did take the paper quilling class. Um, I remember that, taking that paper quilling class. And then I took the crochet and I overslept. I overslept. Sorry, Mindy. Mindy's my sister wife. I overslept for her class. I was out the night before and I thought Berta was coming to get in the bed and snuggle with me. And I get a knock at the door. I'm thinking it's Berta. These rooms were pitch black. They were pitch black. So I get up and I go answer the door and I'm like, Berta, just get in the bed and we'll hang out and talk in the morning. I'm still sleepy. And so, oh, Berta wasn't following me back to the bed. And I'm like, what's going on? It was early. So I go back to the door and I look, and it's these 2 young girls. They were there to service the room. I scared the heck out of them. You're going to get in the bed with me this time? Good, Berta. I scared them. Can you imagine? Some black woman, my hair was all over the place, opens the door like, yeah, get in the bed. Let's go cuddle. Oh my gosh. And then I felt so bad because my hair was all over the place. And so I got up and I went to, you know, shower and everything. And then later on I seen them. They had did all the rooms down the hallway and they were coming back up on the other side. And when I came out the room, I was like, oh, see what happens when you get a little sleep. Those poor girls. I really teased them. But they were great. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait to see everybody. Those quilted ornaments are beautiful. So that was probably the highlight of last year. Billy took that quilted ornament class, and man, did he feel so accomplished. I looked at that. That was such a gorgeous, gorgeous project. Kara, I love to try paper quilling. Those look so cool. You doing paper quilling? Yeah, I took the paper quilling class at the last retreat. Did I show you guys? I think I did. You know, I love showing off my little projects and things. Let's see. I do have it right here. Okay. Remove my crown. You guys ready? I know you've seen this. I'm sure you guys can guess what that is. Ooh, little butterfly. And here is some leaves and trees. Yep, that was my paper quilling. I was going to start putting stickers all over this to represent colorful butterflies. But I think this came off of one of my, yeah, it did. It came off of my notebook. So I know you guys know J. Rob. Isn't this gorgeous? Her mom, she got this for me. And look at my bookmarks. I know you guys are all doing fobs. Crystal's working on fobs right now for floss tube. But these are so gorgeous. Dragonfly and butterfly fobs for my notebook. It's so nice and so good looking. The unfortunate part is I can't bring myself to like write in it. So I don't have anything in here. Just, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Any suggestions? But I just think it's too gorgeous to write in. I don't have any like real deep, profound thoughts or anything. But isn't this so beautiful? So I just, it's gorgeous. All right. So let's, Meals on Wheels, how are you this week? Oh, yes. Hey, Linda, how are you? Frame it. That's a good idea. I do think it's too pretty to use. You're right. And so for me, I'm going to definitely just hold out as long as I can. I don't want to waste any. I have my planners, and I don't go into them every week and every day like I used to, but I am in my planner at least once, probably once a month. And that's worthwhile to me. One of the things that I plan on doing with my planner this coming year, because I get the 18-month planners. So one of the things that I'm going to do with my planner this coming year is I'm going to try to I know everybody's doing different things. Uh-oh, did I freeze? Okay. I know everybody's doing different things when it comes to crafting. They're into, exploring new and different things. So I am thinking about taking you guys on my journey with me to a slimmer me. Oh, just the slimmer me. And so I don't want to, I hate using the term weight loss. I hate using the term dieting. I just feel like I've done some things you guys are going to be proud of me for. For one, I am probably Billy. Billy's probably the person that could appreciate this the most because he couldn't accommodate the request. But I am off milk. And I have an addiction to milk. And I know you guys will see me with the cup and you'll laugh and I'll say it's milk. And people always think I'm joking when I say it's milk. They think, oh, yeah, it's Kahlua and something with milk. It literally is milk. I've been addicted to milk pretty much all my life. And if I could, I would drink a gallon a day. And that Cheryl Caps, she was in here about 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and she says something like, "Oh yeah, milk is what we give, what they give calves to grow into 600-pound cows." And I don't think that she realized at that point what she was saying or how I was taking it, but I was like, "Dang, that's harsh. It's really harsh." You know, I have a milk addiction. I don't want to be a 600-pound cow, but I have some changing to do. So what I ended up doing, I finished the milk, and I mean, when I say that I can drink a gallon a day, yeah, I can drink a gallon a day. I try to slow myself down, but it's it's delicious to me. And the one thing my mom kept saying was, I don't understand why you guys know I got some fluffy shoulders. Fluffy shoulders. And my mom would say all the time, you hardly ever eat. I don't understand why your shoulders are so fluffy. And I said, I don't either. She was like, all you do is drink milk. You may have, I have eggs every morning. Sometimes I'll have bacon. Sometimes I'll have sausage, which is no carbs, right? So most people jump on a low carb diet to lose weight. I'm barely eating. I don't eat a lot of bread because I'm aware that it's carb filled. So I try to keep it to green vegetables. I love broccoli, and we have it a lot. I like green beans, and we have it a lot because and she just kept saying, I don't understand. I don't understand. So what I'm going to do is try to just be a lot more mindful of, that statement and see where that gets me. And if I notice a difference, then I want to begin a new journey, obviously, that will allow me after, that self-awareness that will allow me to maybe, to do some different things to a slimmer me, a less fluffy me. But yeah, so it's almost been a week, you know. I will say, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm trading one addiction for another, although it's nowhere near as bad, but I probably am having 1 to 2 of these per day, you know. Yes, that says zero sugar, but it's soda, you know. And yes, I am drinking. Can you try 2% and maybe 1 glass a day? I tried that. I went from whole milk down to 2% to 1%. I have been on skim milk, and that's why I said Billy probably could best understand, because he was like, "There's nothing, there's nothing in that. Are you serious?" I was like checking out the milk. He had milk, but he had like whole milk, and he had some the good stuff, lactate. That stuff is delicious. But I was like, yeah, I drink skim milk or 0%. And he was like, that stuff's like water. I was like, it doesn't taste like water. It tastes like good milk. And so I do think that my mom said that, switching down to skim milk, it just kept, changing my taste buds. But keep in mind, we're talking decades of an addiction, and for me, obviously it may not seem as severe as like a drug addiction. It may not seem as severe as, smoking and trying to, break that habit. But my mom can tell you guys, it's hard to break it. Walk to the store, got you some. My mother she has walked to the store in the midst of this is not the first time, it's been a journey and things. So this is the longest in a long time that I have been off of it. But my mom has walked. You guys know she loves walking anyway, but she'll walk and come back with 2 big giant gallons just to kind of get me through, because I'm trying to go through a withdrawal. I'm trying to get past it, and I can't, and I'm irritated. I'm throwing stuff. And I know we're talking milk and it sounds funny. I'm having a hissy fit, as my mom calls it, and it's bad. And she was like, boy, if I would have known, I'm not going to date myself, but she'll say, if I'd have known all them years ago that after all this time you would still be this addicted. I blame her all the time because I tell her she didn't breastfeed me. My kids couldn't stand the taste of regular milk because I breastfed them. There's a little sweetness and it tastes like cereal milk. It's got a little sweet aspect to it. My mother wasn't trying to breastfeed me. And that's why I'm addicted to milk, because, regular milk would have been nasty to me had she have just breastfed. What do you guys think? But it's been a week. A week, guys. I can't believe that. It's been a week, and this is my second one of these today. So, and it's still full. I don't know if you could tell, but I just opened it. So I'm not doing too bad. You know, I was worried that I was going to trade one addiction for another, but I definitely haven't. Not that. And you know, I do still drink my water, but I tried a few summers ago to get off milk. I thought, oh, I got this bright idea. I'm going to get Circool. You know, Nana, she gave me a Circool, like little coupon or something, and I signed up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trade this. I'm gonna get off milk. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna be drinking water. Yeah, the milk won out. Sorry, Sir Cool. Uh, and so it's bad. It's bad, you know. And obviously, you know, it's easy to say, here, give her some milk and shut her up. So that's what happened. And when you have your own job and you can buy it the way you like, and it's at every corner store and every gas station, boom. My brother drank goat's milk because of his milk allergy. My dad loved goat's milk. He loved goat's milk. Oh, yeah, so my dad loved it. I don't know if he would have given any thought to um, oat milk or almond milk. My kids drink almond milk. They hate regular milk. They don't like it. They have had it like in their cereal growing up, but yeah. My daughter got me on Circool. Yeah. So I went on Circool, um I think it was in 2020. Uh Nana got me on, Nana of Seven Crafts. She got me on, and you know, it was a great idea at the time. It really was. And I do still get my Circle, don't get me wrong. But I thought it was going to be the end all be all. I am about to move over and I'm going to be drinking water. No more milk. Yay. That didn't happen. So I do, I'm letting you guys know because I feel like there's always a way to have an accountability piece. That way, if you guys see me and I have milk, you guys will be like, now, Tia, what you doing? Now, didn't you say, well, if you didn't want us to mention it to you, then why did you tell us? So, you know, and then my mom is not going to be with us. So, not going to have anybody to kind of help me through, you know, my whining moments. um, my mother will just she'll just go and get me. So I'll be right back. Let me head on up. She be on her 8 mile treks anyway. So she'll come back from an 8 mile trek and she'll be like, look what I got you. So, but that's, you know, been my last week of things. I will say, you know, after the first, I would say 3, 4 days, you know, I think I was just resigned. The worst part was to make sure I was full, stuffed. Oh, here's what I ended up having to do also. I think you should do this anytime you go on, you know, you're changing your eating habits or something, is to think about those times when you have it the most, snacks and things. So I had to purchase foods and snack items that I wouldn't want to have with it. We all know, you know, cereal, muffins, biscuits, things like that, cookies, they go great with milk. And although I don't really get a lot of those things, um, what I definitely know that I would get like an Atkins bar, or I would get like a chocolate wafer or something like that. So I had to make sure that none of the snacks that I would normally have if, in the evening, you know, with a glass of milk or something. I drink a couple glasses before I go to bed, first thing in the morning, and then while I'm sitting at my desk at work. So it's a bad addiction. You know, hopefully I have it under control. We'll see. I will keep tuning in, but I am treating it, even though we're talking about milk. And I know people are like, oh, is she serious? Yeah, you know, it sounds crazy, but you know, it's something that everyone has like a bad habit that probably they could afford to break. You know, is it easy to do? No, you know, no matter what that habit is. So while I don't think that it's highly addictive, I'm not saying it's a highly addictive substance. You know, it is a habit that has been forming for at least 29 years. Really? Was you said chocolate milk? No, it's regular milk. I did. Oh, you must not have bought the right kind. Oh. Oh. And you got tired, and I took it from you. Because you kept throwing it out the bed. You said no, no, no. We won't be wasting that. No, you didn't want it. You had a bottle. I didn't. Every time I come downstairs, because we're upstairs and downstairs, I hear the bottom in the drawer. I did 3 times. Third time I took it from you, had no more problem. But somehow you got back on the kitchen. Somehow I got back on my crack. I bet you, I bet you it was Poppy. Poppy. He probably was like, let me get this to her. Um, yeah. So that's what I've been up to. Waited. I roomed with you and did not see you drinking milk. Oh yes. It wasn't in the room. I had to go downstairs to get it. Lizzie, she walked with me over. I was so mad. She had to go downstairs to get it. It was over in the midsection by the cereal. So, and the only thing I could do was get those little white cups of it. Yep. So trust me, it was it was horrible. And then I remember when I was at Billy's before we even got there, I was like, I gotta figure something out because I don't know what I'm gonna do to get through, And he was saying you should do coffee. Yeah, I did, have 1 cup of coffee, but I just tried to stay away from anything that would make me want it all day. But you have to go over in that middle section where you eat breakfast at. You had to go over there, and next to where they kept the cereal, you just had to get your own cup because most people would take their cereal bowl and hold it up under. That's where it was at. I wish. I wish we could have had it in our room. They don't have vending machines with milk. So it's hard on me when I go away. It's just good that I don't have to be gone for 7 days. Yeah, that's the benefit. So that's why this has been my longest time without milk. And we'll see. Obviously, we'll see. I had it kicked um, for probably 2 years, 2 or 3 years. And it was right before I got pregnant. And then after my son was born, the unfortunate part was I was trying to drink more milk and water, and obviously milk tastes better, to get my milk to come in and stay in. So I was back on. Oh. So let's see. I'm getting all kinds of. Ooh. Shawana is sending costume ideas for the movie night at the retreat. That's gonna be a good idea. I, I don't know what I'm going to dress up like, but it won't be a cow. Remember last year we were all gonna do that? We're gonna dress up for the Hooters and Heifers. How many people joined me? How many people joined us and had a Hooter and Heifer pattern? I remember Christy. I remember Mayhem. Who else? Cindy, did you have anything that was cow print related? I'm trying to remember. We Yeah, see, you do remember. I thought so. We did all cow print related. I had my little nightgown slash dress that I was wearing. And the funny thing about that dress was Marissa, it was like 6 or 7 of us. We passed the link to each other, and we were all going to buy this dress. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Rebecca. Rebecca was in, she had the link. I think Crashly. And I was the only one. one who got that outfit. I'm like, I thought we were gonna wear it as PJs. So this year, I think it's a good idea to just instead of doing one theme, which is cow print, I think it's a good idea to say let's wear a costume, and then you pick your costume, I pick mine, and we all come and we ooh and ah over one another. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea? Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, I know earlier I was talking to you guys about recipes, and I was talking about the my first husband and how he would cook. I think I looked at something and I lost my train of thought. I wanted to revisit that again real quick because I felt bad. Yeah, I do think that's going to be a great idea. Lots of fun. So my first husband, he was a decent cook, but he would go into the kitchen and he would make a meal. Maybe I would make a meal. He might make two or three. I might make one or two, and then, you put leftovers in the fridge. There would be times where he would come to me. I think it would be hilarious if everyone did, but didn't tell Marissa ahead of time. Ooh, that's a good idea too. We all dress up and then we come to movie night. Ooh, that's a good idea. Love that. And so he brought me a plate one time of something that he made. And when I tell you the taste was so horrible. You ever throw food away in the trash, and then it's time to bag the trash up, close it up, and take it out because it's getting a rank, smell. The food tastes like that smell. And what he did was for me, he took Mondays, leftovers, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and maybe Thursday. Took the leftovers and created sort of a goulash. And when I tell you this tastes like trash, for lack of a better way of saying it, whew, it was horrible. It was so horrible. And I did not have control of my feelings or my emotions. And I kind of let it go. It's like, what in the hell is this? You trying to kill me? How would you guys handle that? Obviously, we have some here that are long term married couples in lengthy relationships. That would be hurtful if it was said to me. But in that moment, I wasn't kind. So, how would you handle that? How would anyone handle this? Hi, Viv. How are you this evening? You know, I think that I probably could have said this doesn't taste right, or maybe spit it in a napkin or something like that. I don't know. In the moment, maybe I didn't do it the right way. But I certainly did have that moment. It was nasty and things. Yeah, other than that, just wanted to, before I go this evening, I want to remind everyone that we have some awesome fun coming up this next couple of days. I'm getting ready to start my vacation this Saturday. Well, hopefully, you'll get the opportunity to join us for the craftathon. We're going to have so much fun. First and foremost, the kickoff is going to be Friday evening at 8 p.m. and it's going to run creator per hour through to Sunday. I believe our last creator is Crashly, and they go on at, I believe it's 8 as well. So look, obviously all of us will have the playlist listed inside our description box. You can always message me, Viv. You can message um, Crashly. You can message, well, she's not going by Crafting Journey. She's going by Crafting Crime Daily. She changed her name, but you can message anyone who is in the Craftathon and ask for the link, and you should be able to, once you click on it, come back into the one that's going on currently. So that's what I like about the links as well, because they move you on to the next, to the next, to the next. Now, the focus for this craftathon is every craft, any craft. Let's have fun crafting. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I don't have a diamond painting to work on. You know, what we want to do is come to you. We want to show you a new passion that we may have. And then after we share that passion, we will move you on to the next person who shares a passion of theirs. There's going to be diamond painting. There's going to be cross stitch, crochet. We have a couple of people that are doing watercolor. That's going to be different. We definitely have some quillers. Yay! We also have, I believe there might be some clay projects going on. Yes. Not by yours truly, because I'm going to test my hand at freehand drawing. Yep, not digital, because I don't play on my iPad enough to ever even try digital. But I'm going to test my hand at some freehand drawing, and I hope that you guys come out and you guys enjoy, and you help me, see some time, maybe on Treasure Studio Arts canvas somewhere. Have fun seeing your daughter. Oh, Viv, so much better. Thanks. Oh, that's so nice. Look at everyone. You're going to give it a try. So hopefully you'll be able to come out, give it a try, hang out with us. The next thing that we have going on, I know that I have mentioned this a couple of times. I said it earlier at the top of the hour. Want to say it again before I head out. I did start, I'm latch hooking. See, soap for brush is latch hooking. I did start out earlier this year. I have a cross stitch along. It's going on for a year. It will be ending the end of February. It is a Carolyn Manning cross stitch along. I did cross stitch for Carolyn Manning February, halfway through March. That fell into the time, unfortunately, where I was starting to look out for my brother, take care of him and things. So I kind of fell off. I was starting a new position at work as well. I had grew, and I had to do some licensing. So I just kind of got overwhelmed, fell off. I do know that there are some faithful cross stitchers out there. Yay! You guys make me happy. You guys bring me so much joy. I do see that you guys are still posting. You guys have finished projects, and you guys may have started on a second project. I know that somebody is on, I believe, their third. And so by the end of this month, because I want to get those gifts out before I leave for the retreat, I will be doing giveaways to catch up. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely going to be a lot of fun. And the reason I want to do that is because kicking off in October, I will be returning to doing some weekly giveaways for TSA. So you guys make sure that you subscribe and you like, and you go down in the bottom, wherever that is down here in my description box, and you get to my link for Treasure Studio Arts, kind of look around, because how my October giveaways are going to work, similar to how I did my giveaways previous, is I'm going to ask you guys for some questions. I'm going to send you out into the community, so get to know all of my friends. And then you guys are going to come back and you guys are going to answer questions. And then we're going to do drawing. And those people who are subscribed and who answer the questions correctly, they will get a chance to win some awesome, amazing gift cards. I do prefer to do gift cards instead of shipping items out. There will be a few items. You never know what may be in. But there'll be a few items that I will be actually, sending out. For the most part, there'll be gift cards because I want you guys to enjoy. And it prevents limitation so that all of my international subscribers can have some fun with us as well. So I hate saying, oh, this is just, for domestic US and things like that. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys come back. Make sure you guys enjoy all that we have planned for you guys coming up in the community. And thank you for coming hang out with me tonight while I will myself through some horrible addiction. And I continue trying to, focus on this last, 1/8 or 1/16 of this project. Thank you guys again for coming. Have a good night. Bye.